Are you a woman in midlife with ADHD and you buy self-help books? Impulsively buy self-help books? Do you read them? Let's talk about it. So, hi everyone, I'm Maureen. Welcome back to the Midlife ADHD group chat. Yeah. Yet another symptom I thought had nothing to do with ADHD. Did not think it was a symptom. Yeah. So, I have impulsively bought self-help books for probably the past 20 years that I have not read. That's untrue. I used to read up until I got onto social media. When did I do that? 2012, I got onto Facebook. I would say up until 2012, I used to read, not as much as when I was younger because I didn't have time. I was always an avid reader growing up, always in my 20s and 30s, an avid reader. Then I got into, like I think a lot of people got into social media. That started taking up a lot of my time. YouTube. And so now I really gather information, and because I love that. I love learning, love being a sleuth, love finding out about things. I do that all on YouTube or, Google or AI. Anyway, I have all these, but I always say, oh no, you don't read anymore. But no, this one book you'll definitely read. Oh my God, I have like 6 books on ADHD. I have books on everything you can imagine, on psychology. That's my background for those who are new to the channel. I have a background in psychology, and I love it. I'm also a hobbyist photographer, and I have plenty of books about photography. And anything of my interest, I'll go buy a book. Now, when I do that and I look at the piles of books all around, I will say, stop buying books. You don't read them. And now I'm learning, a lot of that is impulsive ADHD symptoms. And also it's hard for me to focus with books. In fact, I was just telling my therapist that a few weeks ago. I want to learn how to read again. And she was like, well, maybe audiobooks would be better for you. And I said, no, I get stubborn like this because I don't like to waste money. Which I find hilarious because I always am wasting money. If you listen to any of my other videos, I'm always spending money on stupid things that I don't use or I lose or whatever. But anyway, I said to her 2 weeks ago, oh no, I really want to retrain my brain so I can read all these books because I don't want to waste them. I already bought the books. So no, I don't want to do an audiobook. I really do want to learn to read. Do you think I've tried it in the 2 weeks since I told her that? No, haven't. It's not like I'm not doing, I do other things. I am a busy person, but still, and it's better for me. And it's better for me because at night I can turn off the brain and read and then, slow down a little bit and then fall asleep versus all the blue light, with the TV and YouTube on the TV and my laptop. I'm sitting in bed with my laptop on my lap. A lot of bad habits. That's not good for the brain. And then I wonder why it's hard for me to fall asleep. Anyway, I'm going to look this up and I'm going to, I want to see what the connection is with self-help books and ADHD. And is it just over buying, over shopping? Like, is there no particular relationship? Or is there a relationship? So I did do Google and, I know that you don't always get accurate information, but this is what I found. I thought it was interesting. The cycle is fueled by several specific ADHD and psychological factors. Dopamine and the hope purchase. Never heard of this kind of language. The hope purchase. But when I read this one paragraph, I'm like, oh, good God, this is me. If any of you can relate, please drop a comment because, oh man, the hope purchase, jeepers. That's like all my containers that I buy because they're going to help organize me. Somehow the containers are magically going to organize my office. Anyway, the thrill of buying a self-help book is the excitement of a quick fix. You get a rush of satisfaction from the idea of becoming more organized or productive, which gives your brain an immediate reward without the effort of doing the work. Okay, this like crystallized it for me. I read like those 3 sentences and I'm like, is that what is going on? And then it makes sense. So I thought back of all my self-help books. Now, I've given some away. Believe me, I've had more. My daughter works in the psych field, and I had a lot of psych books, and I've given her a lot for her office and stuff. But anyway, for clients and stuff. But anyway, I still have plenty, believe me. Anyway, I think that's what's going on. Okay, so I recognize a problem in myself or someone I love. Well, I start researching. What do you find? You find that someone's written a book about it. So you read the excerpt and you read the reviews on Amazon. And the funny part is I buy all this stuff, but I'm not a fast shopper. I end up like, I always joke I don't give away my money lightly. Like, I'll research it. It really is ridiculous. I'll spend an hour researching a $15 book, for God's sake. Anyway, but I do. Yeah, that's what I do. Anyway, I never thought of it like this. I guess I never really connected. I'm getting a dopamine rush. I certainly didn't think of it as the hope purchase. But geez, that makes sense, doesn't it? So what happens is, by the time it arrives, and I'm sure people can relate to this, by the time it arrives, number one, forgot that I ordered it. Number two, sometimes I'll open it and still don't remember, why did I order this? Wait a minute, did I order this? I've been known to go on Amazon, my Amazon account. Sorry, thought I had something in my eye. I'll go on my Amazon account and I'll be like, yeah, I don't remember. And I'm like, oh, I did order it like 2 weeks ago. It took a while to get here. Why did I order it? Oh, blah, 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 blah. That's right. Maybe she needs this, or I was thinking of that symptom of ADHD at the time, so I bought it. Whatever. And it can be about a lot, but they're always self-help stuff. So maybe it's about food and diet. Maybe it's about anxiety, ADHD a lot, relationships. I'm like, and partly it is my background. I have a psych background. So yeah, of course I'm interested in people, including myself, and how we think and behave, of course. But it's craziness. I mean, I've got a pile so high. Oh my God. It's crazy. It's craziness. I have 2 bookcases in here. Now they're smallish, they're not, well, I don't know. Yeah, they're like this wide. But they're almost to the ceiling. I've got 2 of them full of books. I've got books. I got 2 stacks of books. One on my night table and one on a smaller bureau in my bedroom. I mean, I got more books. Believe me, if I could read them, that would keep me busy. I'd be off of social media and everything. Anyway, yeah, if anyone can relate to this, please chime in. Please chime in. I thought that was really interesting. Okay, so now this is interesting. So this article, which I'm sorry, I'm usually better about citing, but I did not cite this article, so I don't know where I got it from. Anyway, because this was a while ago, 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's like a lifetime ago. I can't remember. I don't know how to pronounce this. The Tsundoku, does that sound right? Tsundoku. The Tsundoku phenomenon. That's what it's called. This is all new news to me. Collecting reading materials and letting them pile up is called Tsundoku, I believe. Don't quote me. I'm not known for my pronunciation, to be honest. With ADHD, simply owning the book allows you to align with the identity of the person you want to be, bringing a sense of comfort and aspiration. And of course, when I read it, it makes complete sense. And I'm like, but I never thought of it like that way. So anyway, a nice short video, guys. What are we going to do? What am I going to do at this point? I've got to stop. I know that. And I am kind of good at white knuckling. I will say this about me. If I realize I have a problem with something, it may take months or sometimes years. But eventually, I nip it in the bud. It could be that day. It could be 3 months from now. It could be 2 years. But so now that at least I'm becoming aware, hey, that's a problem. Stop freaking ordering self-help books, Mo. You're doing it because of the hope purchase. You're getting a click of dopamine. And the irony is I have the book, The Dopamine Nation, that Anna Menke or something. Love her. Listen to that doctor. I've listened to her in interviews several times. She's wonderful. Bought her book I've attempted to read it 3 different times. I think I'm on page 15. Anyway, yeah, the irony, and it's called Dopamine Nation, yeah. Whoop. All right, anyway. All right, if you can relate, please drop a line. If you know of any woman that is in midlife with ADHD and you think that this might be a helpful channel for her, please share this channel. And like and subscribe and drop a comment. All right, everybody, until next time.